What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Pipe Miguel and
Leroy.
Leroy. This man has so many names I can't keep up no more. Plus, I've been up since 4:30. Anyway, welcome back to the channel. Here we got something going on in the NFL right now. Apparently, we have Black Friday. Everyone knows Black Fridays for shopping, but in the NFL world, there's a thing called Black Monday. Now, that's not usually till after the season ends, but it looks like there might be some NFL coaches already on the Black Monday list.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We're what, pretty close to the end of the season.
Yeah, halfway through the season, a little bit halfway through that season, 100%. Yeah.
So, it only makes sense that there's already some coaches in the hot seat for their jobs.
Ooh, man.
I mean, we already had two fires in the middle of the season.
Yep.
Carolina Panthers head coach, which was Matt Rule, and the coach Frank
I think,
Reich.
yeah. I
Right,
think
I
this is
think.
always an interesting point of the season. Who do we have, man?
Oh man, we got about eight
Eight
coaches
coaches.
already on
Interesting.
the list. First one on the list, and I do apologize in advance for mispronouncing names. Remember, English was my second language. Cleveland Browns coach
It's not.
Kevin, it was Stefanski. He's on the hot seat.
Browns coach. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, look, if you look at the Browns season, I mean, who's their quarterback again? I forgot.
This Deshaun Watson just got instated. Jacoby Brissett
Brissett.
was the one playing.
Yeah, I mean the Browns have a decent team though, so I mean I'm not saying they were gonna make anything happen out of it. I mean
Right.
they were probably a wild card team at best because I don't even think they're in that, right?
Nah, not even.
I think they were a wild card team at best in the beginning of the season. You look at the roster, so I could definitely see why he's in the hot seat. I mean the Browns, the Browns are the Browns. The quarterback trade I think shocked everybody in the beginning of the season.
Oh, without a
So
doubt.
I mean as much as he's in the hot seat, he deserves to be in the hot seat. I mean we'll see what the Browns do though.
Really, I don't think he deserves to be in the hot seat. I mean, but then again, when you coach for the Browns, I think you're already in the hot seat. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
100%.
But I still don't think it was he should be in just yet because again, of course, that trade that happened with sending Baker to Carolina,
Yep.
and then of course them getting Deshaun Watson, and he was going through the whole legal scandal. I mean, that was just already asking for trouble.
Yeah.
And he was just like, here, make something happen. I mean, I don't know. I really don't think he should. But then again, it is a business at the end of the day. You don't
You don't
produce
produce,
you
show
out of here.
results, no improvement. Sorry,
Nothing. You got
it's
to
a
go.
cutthroat business.
It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Unless you're Cliff Kingsbury, because apparently, if you're Cliff Kingsbury, you can still keep your job.
Apparently,
Which going into it, he is also in the
he's on
hot
the
seat.
list. Thank God, and I hope uh, Michael Bidwell and Steve Keim really take this bye week that the Cardinals are currently on, really evaluating, and do decide to give him the boot, and at
I think it's
least
time.
it is time. Give him the boot, get him out. It is time for him to get out. And of course, the rumors are that former head coach Sean Payton, when he won this, again he was Saints Super Bowl head coach, is possibly rumored to come down to Arizona. Which
If look, here's the thing: if Sean Payne's on the higher list. I mean, I don't think anybody team that doesn't have a good head coach already, any team should be looking at him. To be honest, they should.
yeah,
Cardinals wise, Cliff Kingsbury. Sorry, I already had that hate for you from the beginning of the last 2 to 3 seasons. I'm not even a Cardinals fan.
that is
I've
true.
just seen some of these Cardinals games because obviously here we're in Phoenix, Arizona. Shout out to the 602. But
Yes, sir.
at the end of the day, like when I saw those games, there's just terrible play calling. Terrible.
I got a headache watching the game now, bro.
So many games that they could close, so many games that they could have won, and they just end up choking it.
They
Terrible
choke.
play decisions.
Horrible play calling. You hit it every nail in the damn coffin for this man to get fired.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not even mad about that one. I'm
Mm,
sorry. I don't like to hate, but you know what? Like we said, the NFL is a cutthroat business, and Cliff Kingsbury, I'm sorry, you haven't really done much to produce and to be able to say, hey, you know what? I'm doing this, and this is the positive that I've done.
exactly.
Arizona, cut those ties, man.
Cut the ties.
Push for Champagne.
I go for Champagne. Please, I swear to God, we need a better coach.
Yeah.
But obviously, I mentioned the rumor. The Cardinals are somebody looking at Champagne, but the Chargers are also looking at him as well.
Chargers, man. You know what? Who's the head coach?
The head coach for the Chargers right now, Brandon Staley.
Brandon Staley. Yeah, dude. Because I mean, I picked the Chargers to be my biggest sleeper this season, and the thing
Exactly.
is, like, the Chargers are a good team. On paper, they have a great roster.
Oh,
They do have a great
without
roster. So you
without a
ask yourself,
doubt.
like, what's going on, man? Like, Justin Herbert's putting up some good numbers. I mean, the beginning of the season was a little bit rocky.
Yeah.
The playmaking there is a little bit iffy too. I mean, I can see that 100%. And you know what? I don't discredit the head coach. I mean, give him a little bit more of a push. I mean, what is his first season there? Second season? I'm not sure,
I'm not too
but
entirely sure.
if he hasn't been there too long, then give him a little bit of credit where
Give
credit's
him
due,
something.
and
I'm
I don't think he should be on the hot seat.
No, not yet. Neither do I, honestly. But again,
But
that
then
kind of
again,
benefits me as a Cardinals
yeah,
fan to get Sean Payton over as a coach. But again, this man, the coach, they just played against the Cardinals, and they came back to win it. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
So I mean, he outcoached, I should say, Kingsbury, and I think he should be given a little bit more time.
Hey,
I might sound a
hey,
little
that's it.
biased, but
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
hundred
I don't give
percent.
a damn.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to get the better coaching to coach over here.
yeah.
But other coaches, notable coaches on there. We do have Detroit Lions Dan Campbell, Washington Commanders Ron Rivera. Um,
Dan Campbell should stay.
I think he should stay. He's best for
He's a
that
hell of a
culture.
coach.
I
Hell of a
honestly
coach.
feel he gave a sense of pride to the Detroit Lions,
Oh
which
yeah,
they
hundred
lacked for
percent.
many years.
You can't shit on him for that. He's a
No, no, no,
fantastic coach, in my opinion.
not at all.
That's
Come
what
on,
you want in the locker room, in my opinion.
exactly. And then the Commanders want to fire Ron Rivera. Why, man? Like the man. Yeah, we I know I clowned the hell out of the NFC East at the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
And and again, I expect the Commanders to be one of the dog shit teams of the year. They're 7-5 and they're in a potential wild card game, which is pretty amazing if you ask me.
yeah.
And on top of that, the man beat cancer. Leave him alone. Let him keep his job, all right? I know he beat cancer maybe like 1 or 2 years ago, but he beat cancer, damn it. How the hell y'all gonna fire him when he's out here winning games for y'all?
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that, man. I don't think he should be in the hot seat. I mean, the Commanders,
Mm.
are the Commanders in general, like they've always been a struggling team, but
I mean, but he's making something happen.
yeah, he's making something happen. Exactly, they're wild card potential. So what else
Exactly.
can you ask for?
That's what I'm saying. Another notable coach, Lovey Smith of the Houston Texans, in the hot seat. Well, I think it's kind of like another Cleveland Brown situation. It's the Texans, they've
Yeah,
been
it's the Texans, bro. Like you
they
went into like
they,
obviously who was gonna fix the Texans?
they got no real
You
quarterback.
can have
Mills ain't
Andy
gonna do
Reid
much.
go to the Texans. He's not going to be able to save that franchise.
Oh
You
no.
need time, patience, and a lot of great changes to save that
Oh,
franchise.
for without a
So
doubt.
yeah, you know what? Like it does irritate me because like you expect these head coaches to come in on a shitty team and you expect them to do something fantastic. Like
Like
even
in
the
the
best head coaches in the league right now would take some time, but it would take a couple years to develop those rosters. So
without
to
a
give
doubt.
him in the hot seat already, I think that's just unfair, man. But again, it's the NFL to cutthroat business. These owners can make their, I mean, and GMs make their decisions. So
Exactly. I mean, but if you're gonna fire the head coaches in some of these teams, then you might as well fire the GMs as well.
yeah, no,
And
100%.
that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just say this. Another notable coach. We have two that I think we both can agree were the teams are going to be like unstoppable in the AFC.
Hmm.
Along with the Chargers, but been dog shit teams this year. Lost the Las Vegas Raiders, Josh McDaniels, and Denver Broncos, Nathaniel Hackett, both on
Now,
the hot seat.
the Raiders, I can agree with. The Raiders,
Okay.
I picked to be my biggest, but I don't want to say sleeper, but my biggest team to come out. You
Yeah.
look at their beginning of the season. Everyone had high expectations for the Raiders. At least I
Oh,
did. You look at their teams.
same.
They pick up Devontae. They have Darren Waller. They have Josh Jacobs, who's having a good season. Derek Carr is Derek Carr. I mean, he's an average quarterback who gets the job done.
Yeah.
Like they look really good on paper, and the record you have is unexcusable, man.
Very.
I blame that one. I blame that on coaching at that point. I mean, I don't want to give the the credit to Derek Carr because I think he deserves some of the blame too. Like
Yeah, yeah.
but at the end of the day, that Raiders team should be way better than where they're at. 100%.
Way better. No, no doubt. Honest,
Especially those couple games where they were up and they still
and
lost.
they blew it.
Yeah,
They
they
let.
blew them. So
I mean, honestly, I agree with you. I agree with you in that sense. As far as we expected a good AFC contender to be up there to give possibly the Chiefs a run for their money.
yeah,
You know
hundred
what I mean?
percent.
The Bills, like we wanted more hard hitters than just those two teams. The Raiders was one of them. I honestly thought the Raiders was one of them,
Yeah,
but it's not happening
it's
apparently.
not.
And then out in Denver, I don't maybe is it Russ? Is it coach? But the coach is gonna take the
I
blame.
think it's Russ, man.
You
I think
know,
it's
you might it might be Russ, but the coach is also gonna take the heat. Is Russ gonna say something? I don't know. He does not. He hasn't said nothing other than "Let's ride" every damn press conference. The coach is over here being quiet. Hell, the coach acted like he didn't even hear the other players yelling at Russ. So
oh
maybe
man.
because he thinks like because of yo ass, I'm about to get fired. Fucking let them chew you out. I'm just gonna collect my check and bounce at the end of the season.
That's the biggest surprise to me is that Rush trade. I mean, it's not that I expected the Broncos to automatically be a Super Bowl contender, but I thought they were going to be a good playoff team. Um,
Possibly, yeah.
I blame that on Russ, man. I think there's just something going on with him. I don't know what
Right.
it is. I think is he done? I personally think he's done. I think give him a couple more years, and he's putting up that jersey in his closet, and that's it. That's his
May-
career.
Maybe well, this coach apparently is gonna.
Man, this coach is
He's
gonna.
he's like, you know what? I don't care
That's the
what you
only
do.
part. Yeah,
He's like, I don't care what
he's
y'all
gonna
do.
get
It's a
this
shit
shit
show
released.
already. Let's just. He's like, I just want to go home.
100%, man. But those are the takes here that we have on the hot seats here when it comes to NFL coaches. You
Yep.
guys already know. Comment down below what you guys think. Let us know what you agree with. Let us know what you disagree with. Give us your opinion on those takes. More importantly, you already know. Like this video.
Mo.
Subscribe over to the channel.
Yes,
And
please.
last and more importantly, hit that notification button as well.
And tell your mama. All right, we need support here.
Yeah, we need the support here. But aside that, we're out till next time.
Let's
Peace.
go.